whenever you're speaking with someone and you're actively listening to their ideas, you should try and observe those ideas and their belief systems and their patterns of thought, because it largely depends how you're going to operate later on. So have you noticed that whenever you'd speak with someone and when they would act positively and they'd have this high vibrational frequency and they'd be like very positive, you'd actually feel way better after the conversation. But whenever the person who you're speaking to is very negative and he's very sad, whenever you'd end that conversation, you'd actually feel the negative effects of the conversation. You'd feel, kind of down, kind of depressed. Always observe the tone of the conversation, what the other person's trying to convey, and whether to still speak to that person later on. And the reason behind that is you're going to become more like the people who you surround yourself with, who you spend most of your time with. And when you don't try and observe their ideas, what happens is that whether you want it or not, subconsciously, you become more like the person who you're speaking to. Because we as humans operate in such a way that whenever we don't observe things and we just let them be, then our lives are pretty much just determined by the random occurrences in life. So if you don't have clear standards of what you're going to do, what you stand for, the life is going to give you those standards and you'll just have to be fine with them. You'll just have to adopt those standards of life, and you'll have to act the way the external world wants you to act. And in a lot of cases, that's not the best thing for you. So whenever I would befriend negative people in the past and I would spend my time with them, I'd play video games, I would do all of the instant gratification activities, things would just get worse. I would fail at school, I would do way worse at work. I would, my mental capacity would just be so low because of the constant negativity and the low vibrational frequency, just the state of victimhood, which is genuinely so disgusting, man. But the opposite would happen whenever I'd spend my time with people who are very goal-striving, who have big dreams and they're trying to go after them, and they're very positive. And whenever I'd befriend those people, I'd become so much more positive. I'd make way more progress in life. I would do so much better in whatever I would try to become better at. So things would just get better in general. Thus, I can't stress this enough. You have to be consciously aware of the people who you surround yourself with, whose ideas you're trying to input into your mind. Because the more ideas you put into your mind that do not serve you, the more actions you'll take in life that don't serve you as well. It's as simple as that. So just cherry pick those people who bring the most value into your life and keep on succeeding. Succeed or die trying.